We are live, in case you're curious.
I wasn't curious, but thank you for telling me.
Mm-hmm. Before you'll start considering like hookers for your mothers, apparently.
Jesus Christ, what?
Apparently, Sonny's going to try to find a hooker for his mother in
No.
Las
He's
Vegas.
in Vegas.
Yeah, I know. The music going.
I mean, if his mom's into that, I guess.
Hey, some girls are fine. How you doing, Chad? How you doing? All right, so I assume Alphonse is coming eventually.
Thank you.
Alphonse is on the way home.
Hey guard, how is
Got
it?
distracted
Glad
by
your
guns.
Kickstarter doing well.
Hey, look, Kalar. Yeah, the Kickstarter is almost to 15K, which is fucking mind-boggling. Hey, guard. Also, so
You initially set it for?
1K.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and by the way, today's stream is called "It Takes a Village" because you guys took a village.
I mean,
God.
it was self-defense.
We self-defense them to death.
We burned that village down in self-defense.
Yeah.
It meant us
We
harm.
left one alive.
One alive.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
One alive and completely unaware of the past few weeks of her life.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
I believe you shoved drugs down her throat. Correct?
I,
He pulled,
I,
he pulled the good old alpaca.
I did what?
You shoved drugs down her throat. Correct?
I had her drink the one thing that's supposed to help forget things. For
You didn't
PTSD.
have her drink it. You shoved. You held her mouth and like her nose closed and like shoved it down her throat.
Man, y'all fuckers must have had a really good session.
Sure.
Yeah.
Vehicular manslaughter
suppose.
intensifies.
But yeah, it was for the best because otherwise we'd be killing her. So,
Okay, so more or less, you guys slaughtered 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, about 27 villagers.
is it really
And
slaughter if they attacked us first?
well, slaughter involves there's like, a fight entails that there's like a chance of one side winning. This is a slaughter.
They had guns.
They had guns as you turn the double 50 on them.
I mean, I didn't say we didn't have to either, but
All right.
Eh.
So, what is me and Killjoy having a sleepover? Okay, Thusla.
Wow.
Okay, so how are you guys planning on dealing with your recent villager genocide?
Oh well. First of all, I suppose
do I have to start
Smoking a diary.
after ours manages to pick this woman up with his very weak body and put her into the Humvee.
Did you drag her
Um,
all the way back?
No, she got thrown over here.
That's right, because
Oh yeah.
Han tried to
Yeah.
the hammer throw this poor chick.
Yeah. Yeah, she got thrown over here. So yeah, all it has to do is really just drag her over here and put her into the Humvee. So yeah, after she's secured, he's gonna actually go down to the corpses and look around for a more intact body.
I mean, intact's a fluid word for these poor souls, but you find a well, let's find out. How intact are these bodies? Uh-huh.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay. You after running them over and the grenades and the dual 50s and the grenades and the Humvee running over them and the grenades, there's not a lot of well, the whole body is the one you put in the Humvee.
Well, there were those two that got their necks broken by Winter. They didn't get really run over, and they were still alive.
Uh, I mean, sure, they're relatively intact. What is your designation you want to use these bodies for exactly?
I just need to get a tongue.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
You're able,
Yeah.
okay, so you're able to find a relatively intact tongue in one of the more intact heads. For extraction, give me a medical roll, please, using your brain power. Medical physical, if you have it.
Thank you for flying over.
I do have it.
Nice.
Orochi Chad, I think for gifting 1 sub. Appreciate that, bud. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go on. Roll me a roll. Find me a find. Catch me a catch.
Catch me outside. How about that? 23.
Catch me outside. How about that? You're able to relatively, like in a whole manner, extract this tongue. It's still fresh. It's still, bloody and gooey and tonguey. And you have a tongue.
Cool. I will go back to the Humvee, find like a bottle or something to put this in, and then, I guess cast something to cool it down. What is that? Isn't there something to cool it down? Speaking spells. Cool. Yes.
So when you say cool it down, you mean what exactly? Like, what temperature?
Not well, certainly not below freezing, but cold, cold enough to determine that it'll stay preserved until we can get to a position to actually put the tongue in Hans's mouth.
Anything under 34 degrees.
Yeah.
I see. So you don't have your little tongue sickle? It's in a bottle.
Yeah. I think Nia wanted to study the bodies or something, but I'm just.
Oh, I remember we wanted to look at the body that I hit with the hammer.
Oh yeah, which one was that?
We'll save this guy.
Okay. So he's gonna observe this body because apparently Hans did something to it that didn't quite break the body, but it broke something. So
I see.
I guess he's gonna check that out.
So you can see on the side of the head, there's a bit of a sunken point where the hairy hammer hit it. There's definitely a little divot there, and it looks odd on the elf skull. Yeah. How do you plan on observing this? Purely via eyesight, by touch, taste, sound, what?
I'm gonna leave that up to Nia. I don't feel like doing an autopsy on a body.
Okay.
So beyond that, I'm gonna take this body out, and I suppose I'll go over to Hans and say, Hans, dig a hole or something to put these bodies in.
Oh, okay.
Make sure it's
sorry.
light.
What do you mean light?
As in, make sure it's light and easily locatable. We're still trying to frame the chosen children for this.
Oh, okay. I go over to wherever Sonny is, I grab one of his shovels, and I start digging a hole.
So your plan is to do what now?
Dig a hole.
Dig
Put
a
the
hole
bodies in
for... Oh, I see. Like a mass grave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hans, you're digging a hole. Declan, what are you doing?
I guess I will help ours.
Help ours what? Dig a hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, ours or me?
So yeah, Art's ain't digging. Hans is digging.
Oh, sorry. Then yeah, Hans.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just leave this body for Nia since she's more into doing autopsies and stuff.
She's more into that thing. Hey, friend, how you doing? All right. So, Gray, during this last exchange, Ars was driving your Jeep truck, and you're in the Humvee driving. You achieved a total of 8 vehicular manslaughter kills.
Incredible.
And currently, you are sitting in the driver's seat of the Humvee, and you see just ahead of you, in front of you, the Jeep right here. The Jeep is looking a little wonky. You know, it looks a bit like it's like maybe some limbs stuck in the tires or under the under chassis. So, what was your plan here?
Oh,
I think I'm gonna go check it out, and hopefully my bit still okay.
Okay.
I made sure to use a bulwark on it so it wouldn't be affected by anything. So
Well,
Wasn't there a missile stuck in the hood?
yeah, there was a missile stuck in the hood.
it didn't really do anything though. It just kind of
Excuse me, what?
landed on.
Well, it kind of more or less punched a hole or a dent deep enough into the hood to where it actually just stuck into place, and then ours kind of like psyoped it out of the hood and threw it at somebody, who then whacked it and killed themselves. So yeah, so Gray, go ahead and give me a let's see here. How do you have so little skills? What is this shit? Rifles, pilot, persuasion, modern knowledge. That's it. Okay. Just give me a, I don't know, driving and brain power.
Okay. Wiping. Brain power. Roll.
Okay.
Hey,
So, as you're kind of looking around, the outside of it does look relatively good, except for the little dent where the missile struck in the hood. And as you kind of get down and you kind of like look under the truck, there is a mess of arms and leg pieces that are kind of wrapped around the drive shaft and kind of stuck in the leaf springs. And due to the fact that the bulwark was on, it's kind of wedged and crushed these things up into the vehicle itself. So there's currently like 6 legs and 5 arms just up inside your shit in this Jeep truck.
yes.
Well, that's a bit shonky. Shit.
Nice.
Can I drive around a bit to see if they go full out? I mean, driving got him in there, so driving will get him out.
Sure, that's fine. I'll let you do that.
Do you want to tell anyone before you do this?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna like, who's nearest to me?
Arse.
Hey,
By the
hey,
body.
so I'm just gonna get the stuff out of it. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna drive it around in circles a bit.
Get what stuff? What are you talking about?
Oh, there's like a bunch of shit in there.
He'll blink and look under it. It's just, oh,
So as you look under
Oh.
Arse, you see this arm kind of hanging out the drive shaft, kind of like faintly waving at you, back and forth. This mangled arm.
oh. He'll see if he can pull it out with telekinesis.
As you kind of pull on one of the arms, it's like the most obvious. You kind of like mentally pull at it. As you pull at it, it goes and kind of like starts to slowly stretch towards you as you're pulling the flesh off the cop bone. So kind of like you're kind of like degloving this arm right now, like.
He wrinkles his nose but continues to do it because flesh is less dangerous to have than an actual bone.
So Gray, you were watching as Arch is like, and you kind of hear this noise. You kind of lean down and you see this arm flesh slowly coming off this bone. And you're like, what? And
I'm just gonna like wrinkle my nose a bit, and I'm like, that's just chunky business. Come on.
so as you say that, the gloved arm suddenly gives way, and this wet mass of ruined flesh slaps Arse right in the face, and blood kind of goes under your hair, and it kind of it's kind of stuck to your face, Arse. It's kind of like degloved hand, as if it's like kind of like holding your cheek in a very morbid, macabre kind of way.
I mean, he's already covered with blood already. That's just more blood covering him. he wipes it off as best as he can and continues to do that.
So Gray, or Haza, as you see the hand kind of hit Arse in the face, you see that it's got a wedding ring on it, on the finger. It's a relatively simple gold band, but it's got a nice little like some kind of garnet on it.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah, he'll float the arm away, or what's left of the arm. And
Float the arm away. So
Yeah,
this
and
is just like degloved hand kind of just floating through the air. The two vehicles.
yeah, and then he'll just continue to slowly pull stuff out.
Yeah, that's the only thing that comes up with telekinesis, because the bone is still stuck and wrapped around the drive shaft, and everything else is too wedged up in there to be pulled out telekinetically. It's got to be manually pulled out.
Did I? What is that? What is this ability? Could I animate bones?
I won't stop you.
Sure, I'll animate the bones to see, like, animate them and shape them into snakes.
Fucking what?
What is this, gold experience? Like, what the fuck?
So,
Jorno? What is this?
I'm gonna fix that arm.
so as you cast this, like, you see a leg. It's kind of wrapped in it, and you kind of go and you kind of make it kind of do a snake thing. And as you do it, you hear the bones, and it starts like slowly like slithering off the part of the wheel well was kind of crammed into amongst the shock. And Haza, you kind of looked, and you see this kind of like foot snake kind of crawling out of underneath the truck. And this still booted foot kind of raises up like the head of a snake and kind of like wavers in front of Arse. So in front of you, Arse, is basically this foot snake with the boot still intact, kind of like wavering in front of you because it's using the mentality of a snake from you. So this severed leg and a foot is behaving like a snake and kind of like coiling around in front of you.
Yeah, so
Can you do that like anywhere else other than here? Like perfectly outside of my line of sight?
well, I need to get the rest of the body parts from under the hood, so...
Yeah, I was just gonna drive it so I don't have to watch or listen to shit.
Well, I just want to get rid of the ones that are in the dangerous areas.
So due to the
Beyond
fact
I
that you're
don't care.
controlling it and you're kind of like it's a snake, the booted part kind of like strikes at Haza. So Haza, this thing kicks you, like literally the head kicks you in the fucking shin, whack, and it's like fucking hell. It's actually quite painful.
Can I just punt it?
Yes, you can. Give me a brawn check. Zero.
My expert. It's my expert snake handling ability.
Your inner Australian coming out. Yeah,
Hey.
just poof, and all of you see this snake kind of flat in the distance and hitting the grass. Kind of rather bodily hit the grass. So
I stare at it for a moment and then stop the animation.
well, the thing is,
So,
as you stare at it, the thing's already kind of crawling towards you. You guys see the grass parting as it kind of slowly slithering towards you.
yeah, I stopped that. Just a dispel animation on it. Is there?
I better fucking behave.
That's never. That was me. Apologies. And then he'll look under there to see if there's any more dangerous body parts near things we don't want it to be near.
I'll roll for feet and hands here. First D10, second D10. There are currently 7 feet and 4 hands, kind of still crammed up inside this thing, along the ball joints, the rods, the drive shaft, the transmission, because you were rolling over these people. So the bits just got caught and broken off. There's roughly about 3 people in this vehicle, and either you can keep on.
Wait, 3 people? Then how the fuck are there like 7 legs?
We're worth of limbs. Like, they say you put like 2 legs here, 2 legs there. You can make a person of sorts, you know. Not counting the shreds of flesh, the brain matter, the broken bone. Basically, the underneath of this Jeep is a fucking horror show.
I'll just get a car wash before we're going into town.
I can wash it. My magic is used for cleaning a car. So I'll just quick fire animations at all the limbs. All of them snakes. Oh god.
Okay, so basically, all of you. So Hans, as you're digging, you hear of all these. He's just kind of starts trying to get it done fast, but you hear like this morbid cacophony of shattering and broken and moving bones as all these meat snakes slowly slither their way out of the Jeep and unwind themselves. And Hans,
Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I stop digging. I walk over to ours, put my hand on his shoulder, and I go, you know, I could have just like put the truck on its side, and we could have done this without having to do your weird, creepy limb snake stuff.
Yes, but you were busy. I didn't want to give you extra work.
Fair enough, I guess. And I go back to digging.
So they're currently about, let's see here, 11 meat snakes of various hands and legs and arms, just kind of like all poised in front of you like cobras, like staring at you. Like literally, the hand is doing like the snake puppet thing, like the closed fingers, and it's kind of just staring at you. Fingers all mangled and shit.
I pick it up, and I pick it up like I'd pick up a normal snake.
So
No,
so
don't
so
do that.
so the hand thing like wraps around your arm and kind of like it kind of uses its thumb as like a fake like tongue thing. The arm's doing its best to be a snake. It's got limited resources. It's broken, but damn it, it's gonna try.
At this creature, I enjoy it. It is like me.
I will ignore that one for now, and then direct the rest of them over to all of the dead bodies. And once they're over to the dead bodies, I will dispel all the enemies.
So as
Except for the ones with Han.
you're walking towards the pile, Ars, like one of the hand snakes is kind of like nibbling at your chin with like its little fingernails, and it's just very clearly a woman's hand. So like her long manicured broken fingers are kind of like at your chin as you're trying to carry this whole armful of meat snakes towards the bodies.
I just accept my lot in life.
Acceptance.
And then I dump the body, the limbs, and then dispel the animation. And so, there, now you can drive it along and get rid of extra nonsense.
All right. So Sonny's not here right now, is he?
No, Sonny's not here.
Do I still have my arm snake?
Yes, your
Yeah,
arm,
you have it.
your arm snake is still chilling around your arm, and I wish I could see stream, but basically it looks like this. It's literally an arm doing like the head snake shit, like kind of like this number right here. It's like it's using his thumb as like a
I
fake.
have like an idea of what you're doing. Yeah.
And it's kind of using his thumb to like and kind of sip the air. It's kind of like looking back and forth, kind of looking up and around, just being a little arm snake. It's cute in a horrifying goth girl kind of way, but that's what it is.
It's like that thing for the Addams Family's like bigger cousin.
Yeah, but it's like the Thing, but more forearm and elbow attached to it. You know what I mean?
How far up? Do I get like a shoulder too?
You're like mid bicep, and it's kind of like it's like as it
I'll take it.
as it moves, it goes because it's like it's moving the broken bones inside of it to look around. So it's a little noisy
on.
critter.
I do have a potential use of one of the arms. Check the remnants.
The arm wrestling simulator. I don't think that's for arm wrestling, Ars. I think it's more for a particular kind of wrestling.
But yeah, no. But yeah, no. They only last for 10 minutes. So once that thing stops animating, yeah, it just needs to be thrown over to the pile.
Okay.
And I guess ours doesn't actually use this canteen anymore. It's just more of water used to clean stuff. So he'll open his canteen, use shape water to clean off his body first, the best he can, and then direct it around on the Jeep so it'll clean off most of the blood and guts that's obvious on the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Hans and Declan, you're both kind of digging away at this thing, and you're able to get a relatively workable surface to bury these bodies in. Just how deep do you guys want to bury these things? Or you want to do it kind of half-assed? How
Half-assed.
half-assed? Okay. So you're able to pretty quickly get this this body whole dressed up, and yeah. So you guys kind of get the hole dug, kind of toss them in there haphazardly.
I go through every pocket before we throw them in.
These guys sterilize themselves quite thoroughly, to be sneakier. So you don't really find much. It's mostly like you find a couple wedding rings, mostly gold and silver bands. We'll say
I can use them for crafting.
yeah. So you find 5 gold rings and 6 silver rings.
Golden rings.
Yeah, it's not really the right tune for the particular situation.
What do you mean it's perfect in?
Yeah.
It's not very Christmassy here in the valley of the fucking slaughtered villagers.
You're just not trying hard enough.
Obviously.
Every day is Christmas if you consider every day a gift.
Shut
Shut
up.
the fuck up.
Go sit in the corner where you belong.
No,
No, you can't make me.
I
All right.
cannot be stopped.
He's gonna walk over here, and once he's done cleaning that, he'll walk over here and clean this. I guess after he's done with that, I guess he'll go over to this fucking thing and then check the fucking, because this is his actual fucking job. He's gonna check the hood and see if it can just get the dent can be popped out or something.
Yeah, the dent could be hammered out for sure.
Yeah. He's gonna do that.
Okay, give me a check for it using your mechanics and brawn.
Okay.
Brr, 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 brr.
17.
It's not pretty, but you get it popped out.
As
So
long as it's popped out.
I'll save Nia's rolls for when she gets here because she wants to study the bodies. Well, the one body with the funny skull. Hans, anything, or Hans or Declan and Hazza, anything you guys want to do in the field here before you guys sit back off?
No, not really.
No.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, I have an idea.
Hmm.
Ours is gonna go up to Hazan to. You know how to work that radio, don't you?
Vaguely. Just sort of press a button and then you call the other person on it.
He tries so hard.
Well,
I mean,
we were not responsible for this. This chosen children were the ones who were responsible for this, and we rescued one of the women that were a part of the village, but she seemed to have lost her memory due to the trauma.
I see.
Yes, I'm sure you can convey that properly.
Probably not.
He'll shrug and just go about his business because, yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know your fucking lingo.
I'm just gonna sort of brainlessly smile before trying to communicate that to the headquarters.
Okay, what exactly is your plan?
Well, our plan is that we are framing the chosen children for this.
I see.
because they are in the area, and yeah, they're in the area, and we can use the woman that we rescued as proof that hey, they did something so traumatic to her that she lost her memory.
So you're trying to call the fridge and tell them that?
Yes.
Okay. So, Gray, you're on the radio. You kind of crawl back into the Humvee. You put the radio up. You know the right key for it, and yeah. So
Yeah, the right frequency, 140.85.
anyway, so what?
Colonel.
What do you say?
I'm gonna tell him what Oz told me. Because I have no thoughts, head empty, and he's filled my head with thoughts. So she'll
You-
his thoughts.
Thank you, Onimaru. You gotta tell me what you say. Like,
So we went to which village were we in?
you guys aren't out of village yet.
No, we were on the way to we were going east to the outpost and that outreach. what is that called again?
You are heading
First.
east to First Refuge.
The first refuge. So yeah, we were heading east to the first refuge when we happened upon the location that we were supposed to apparently meet the people who were whose saw the Fey Lady. Apparently, they were all massacred except for one villager who was so traumatized that she doesn't actually remember what happened. So we can assume that it was either the Fey woman that did it or the chosen children who have been reported in the area.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that. What he said.
Jesus Christ. So,
I mean, do you want me to just repeat like all of that verbatim? Because I just completely forgot it.
Jesus Christ.
you know what? Just for the
Alright,
fact,
heading east to First Refuge. Found a whole bunch of dead villagers. Only one survived, but she's traumatized and I think currently unconscious. And it was probably done by the chosen children, given that they all got shot.
so this is a travesty. The guy on the radio says, "Come back, Snack Pack. You're saying you found an entire murdered village and you just think the chosen children did it?"
Well, I mean, they've been shot, so I don't think the Fey Lady has access to gun.
Well, it's.
Unless she has, like, a bunch of simps with, like, you know, machine gun.
I mean, I don't not believe you. It's just, how do you know the chosen children did it? It could have been bandits. It could have been, I don't know, anyone with a rifle. Like, did you find any clues or anything that would let us or something tip us off towards where they might come from? Any intelligence?
Ours will actually take the radio from here and say, "Well, we
Give
did,
that shit."
Sorry, sir. I'm the contractor. I am also a southern elf, so I'm able to recognize the weapons that they use. We were able to find traces of the M4s and whatnot. I believe they may have just abandoned some of their weaponry for some odd reason.
This guy goes, "You found traces? Like, were they not there anymore? Like, what do you mean you found traces?"
Well, traces as in they were all very much destroyed when we got here.
You hold on. You're saying that they had rifles,
Yes.
but something has destroyed the rifles?
No. We found traces of rifles, weaponry. I honestly don't know what happened. We just found dead bodies and possibly traces of the chosen children up in this area.
Okay. Did you find any intelligence? Is the woman you found waking up yet? Is she mentally damaged? Was there an artillery strike? I don't see how rifles could just be disintegrated and be turned back into traces.
That's what we're trying to figure out. The woman has yet to wake up. She was very injured, but I managed to heal her. I suppose we will report back when we have some more information?
I mean, that'd be preferable, yeah, when you have some kind of clue as to what the fuck happened. I mean, do you see any, I don't know, like Drake signs or artillery shell craters or explosives or anything of that matter?
Oh yes, there was definitely explosive traces. I believe it was by what I assume an RPG round or something. Would that matter?
Rather odd that they'd have RPGs as villagers, really.
No, the chosen children had RPGs. I doubt these villagers could ever get their hands on an RPG.
Okay.
What the fuck is an RPG? I said that to Oz after he mentions it.
What the fuck's
That's
an
what
RPG?
we're playing right now, dummy.
There's
Oh,
the
okay.
there you go. He goes, okay. Why don't you just head on to First Refuge and maybe track down if anyone knows anything about these villagers. I just find it really odd. It's all very odd.
Yes, it's very odd on our case as well. This is honestly strange. Um, if it's not too much to ask, could you perhaps send someone to meet us and maybe those. You have harpies that come to deliver things, right?
Yes.
Well, yes. I don't think we're going to be able to take this woman that has fallen into our lap, I suppose, with us very far. So, is there anyone that could come pick her up?
You kind of like talk to him. You kind of like you hear him kind of yell faintly. Does anyone know about like people harpies or the ravens? Nothing. What do you mean figure it out? Oh fuck! You kind of turns back and goes, just drop her off into town and leave her be. Like find a quiet corner or something. I don't know. I mean, this is not really our objective. You're supposed to be finding the Fey Woman. If you have some random civilian, just leave her in town somewhere, like a healer or some shit.
Yes, well, she might have information on the chosen children who may be acting in the area and may be assisting the Fey Woman, so...
Well, okay, then just hang out in town until she wakes up. What do you want from me, bro? Like,
I don't know. I don't go... I'm not a part of your outfit. I'm just a contractor. I just have information that may be relevant towards the Southern Elves.
Okay. Don't cry out a fucking radio. Just take her to First Refuge. Just get a room there, I guess. We'll send her with money and just hang out there until she wakes up, and then find out what you need. Then fucking let her go and continue on your mission.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't say thank you to the radio. That's weird.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here. I'm just a contractor.
You are painfully civilian. Goodbye. Radio shuts off.
Yeah. The moment it shuts off, he says, "Well, that worked, I guess."
Okay, Nia. So you want to try and study the bodies, correct?
Sure.
Okay. So study what exactly?
Well, what race are they? I guess would be my first question. Are they just regular elves, or?
They're all Alberdan, not Alberdan. They're all Valley Elves. So it's regular Valley Elves.
Who would like to be my assistant in our Kanye quest to make the best waifu?
I think I'm the only one that can be your assistant.
You say Kanye quest?
I need a muscle man.
Oh, then Hans.
Are you gonna join me, Hans?
Oh, okay. I like hand Declan the other shovel. I'm like, alright, I gotta go help out. I gotta go help Nia. I'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Does Declan still digging? Like, okay.
Well, I think you said that we're pretty
Oh,
good
yeah,
on
we were
the
tossing
digging,
the
weren't we?
bodies.
Yeah. So you're kind of filling the dirt over on
Oh,
the bodies
yeah.
that you have in there.
Alright, so I guess I go with Nia. So what are we looking for?
We, my big friend, are gonna start picking out the body parts for your wife.
Oh my God! What?
Right.
Oh, guard, were you not paying attention?
Fucking
okay, so
excuse
I'm
me?
just out of character.
Sorry. What?
Okay.
I forgot you were
yeah.
doing that. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna.
So
we're
guard,
gonna-
you
we're
weren't
gonna
paying
build
attention.
your
Let me
wife.
scroll up. Let me scroll up. Scroll up. Namar, you talking to them? Girls and Panzer stuff. Where were you talking about?
Wait, what?
Goblin
Girls and Panzer
notes.
stuff?
This is not my idea. I just wanted to let it be
so
known.
I was talking to Hans and
Uh-huh.
Sunny, right? And so Hans started off talking about past that Monster Girl, JoJo stuff, Harpy stuff,
Monster Girl, JoJo stuff.
Oh, okay. So Hans hit me up and ours saying we need to build Hans a waifu. This was 5 days ago. And so we kept talking about it. He brought up the waifu of the girl from Jack's wife from Nightmare Before Christmas. Then I was talking about Zombina from Mon Musume, and then led to a bunch of stuff. And then, so basically, we're gonna young Frankenstein this. Having lots of jokes, sounding like I tagged you in it, a used car salesman for body parts. Um, do you want something stock or some aftermarket parts? Blah, 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 blah. So a lot went on 5 days ago that you missed, apparently.
Okay, so you're trying to gather body parts
To
to
make Hans a wife.
out of pure morbid curiosity, make it how?
We'll figure that out as we
Magic.
go along.
It's gonna be some trial and error. I
He
feel
says
confident
magic.
after that trial run of like the living blob ball. I feel fairly confident, and we're just gonna figure it out as we go. It's about the adventure together.
I'm not gonna help with this. You want to make another chimera? I'm not gonna assist in that.
Okay.
So
I
we're
go
gonna
over.
look for like the least damaged body parts to start figuring out.
I go over to
picking and
Nia.
choosing.
I go over to Nia because in character, I probably discussed this with Nia a while ago. But then, I go over to him like, Nia, now's probably not the time. I know we have all these bodies, but we need them all intact to pretend that they were ambushed by the children.
Die. Oh, but if we wait too long, they're gonna start to go bad.
Hey, Ars.
Yes?
Can you do your cold thing on the bodies
Why?
so we can keep them preserved?
Why would we need
What?
them
We
preserved?
can come back for them later, and when we're all done with our cover, and then we can grab the parts we need.
What are you talking about parts?
I don't
We're about to Build-A-Bear him a wife, okay?
know. I'm
Okay,
not-
so when I want a wife, I'm like a simple whatever. But when you guys are just like, hey, let's create him a wife, you're just like, yeah, let's just do it.
not gonna
Yeah,
be a
okay.
part of building the chimera. I apologize, but that's not something I'm willing to do.
I don't know how to interpret this entire game plan at this point.
I don't either. I'm just here.
It's something we do right now, but I want you to be aware that that is a background thing.
What's the Avengers Endgame to this? Are we gonna
I
have
don't
to,
know.
like-
He
are
just
we gonna
asked
have
it of
to
me, and I
roll, like-
figured it'd be a good chance to work on my medical and magic.
I mean, why is this flesh horror so submissive and breedable?
Very command and conquerable.
Okay. Okay.
So we don't have to do this right now, Guard, but I do want you to be aware that that is a thing.
I will keep that horrifyingly in mind.
Christ.
Do you want to check out the
Uh,
weird skull as well?
Oh, there's a weird skull? Hell yeah.
Okay. So there is the skull that the hairy hammer kind of bashed in. And as you kind of look at it,
Oh, so it's not wearable.
no, not wearable. Why is that? No, actually, you know what? I don't even want to know.
It's Nia.
So skull's kind of got kind of a light divot in it, where the hammer kind of whacked it, and it's like it seems rather smooth and odd for a head divot.
Now, is it the skull like smashed to pieces? Like what? Not MacGyver. Is it MacGyver? The dude with the hammer and the melon?
Yeah, it's not smashed to pieces. It's more like the hammer hit and left a weird neat dent in the flesh.
Oh, okay. So like when you Doom Eternal kill a little dude and you just like put his head in between his shoulder blades type of divot. Okay.
Sure, those are words.
Sure. I like to examine the skull, and I want to know why his skull was so soft.
So as you examine the skull, give me a medical check.
Sure. If I can find my thing. I'm mad. I have to use a different browser now. Brave
yeah?
has stopped working, so I've had to move over to Firefox. And Firefox sometimes is not very agreeable with Foundry or Forge, whatever the fuck this thing is.
I don't know.
Medical And brain power. 22.
We're going to make a waifu. Pardon me? So as you kind of palpitate the skull, you realize that all the skull bone that should be there is gone. It's as if someone
took this man's scalp.
Well, not a scalp. Like just the part where the hairy hammer touched and did damage. That little killing blow it did. There's a neat kind of oval surface where the skull is simply missing. The flesh is unbroken. The brain is undisturbed, but the bone is missing.
That is very unusual.
I
So,
assume
I
I'm
see-
there next to Nia watching this happen, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So the brain is fine. It's literally where the hammer hit. That bone is gone.
Yeah, like you can reach
I'm
down, like
understanding.
you can kind of use your fingers and push down on the skin where the skull is missing, and you can kind of feel the skull, or so you feel the brain underneath it, kind of like kind of squishy.
So this person did not have a skull. Interesting.
Oh.
I'll go write that down in a notebook.
Hey, guard.
Yes.
I excite the hammer.
In what way?
The same way I did before, I guess. I don't remember. I apparently have to jerk this thing off to use it, so.
Mood.
That's a way to say it. So as you excite the hammer, I mean, it does begin to slowly become harder in your hand. Yeah.
I go to one of the bodies. Oh, we buried them all. Shit.
Well, you can probably.
I mean, I'd
this
say I'm not
body-
done covering them up.
Oh, yeah, sure. I go up to one of the bodies and just slam the hammer on the chest. On the chest of one of them.
Okay. As you slam it down onto the chest, the hammer kind of goes, and you know how like a deadbolt hammer will stay in place. This hammer just stays in place, and as you kind of pull the hammer out of the chest, there's a neat little divot along the rib bones, kind of the same way that the skull has a little divot in it.
Yeah. I think my hammer eats bones.
Can I take the hammer and like test it on a body's hand to see if it gets all floppy? Like do it before and after, like check the hand, feel the bones and stuff like that, and then hit it with the hammer and see if it does it.
Ugh, I keep yawning. So as you kind of now as you touch the hammer, Nia, of course this hammer feels like oddly like body temp in your hand, and it's weirdly hairy. It's kind of sweaty. It's honestly quite gross feeling. As you kind of
I literally delivered babies, so I imagine that doesn't bother me.
actually even it's still kind of weird that this thing we shouldn't have blood in it feels like it has blood in it. But you kind of whack the hand, and where you whack, that little spot has no bone in it, and it's like partially floppy. So, like the finger bones are still there, but the main hand bones are gone. So it's like a partially floppy hand.
Interesting. I'm going to inform the owner of said hammer that, hey, I've noticed it seems like your hammer takes the bones.
Oh. Where does it store them? In the bone zone?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So please don't take my kneecaps.
Okay. I like put the hammer back on my belt.
Please
Careful
don't
with
take
that
my
thing.
kneecaps.
This dude is boneless.
Yeah, this pizza
Bone
boneless.
maker?
I like my corpses boneless.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to do here in this little valley of death and horror?
I mean, I guess I could do a full autopsy on whatever corpses haven't been disposed of yet. Just do a normal autopsy thing. Like, they were killed by bullet. Interesting.
More like most of them were killed by vehicular manslaughter and really peat burns. That's the main thing going on here.
I suppose it would still be a good thing to jot down the effects.
Maybe what we should do is we should like wash off blood
I did.
just in case.
So it turns
I
out
did.
that people die when they're hit by cars. That's your main medical findings, right there.
I did take the time to wash off the blood on both the truck and the Humvee.
Hey, what about
Okay, good.
what about tire marks?
Tire marks?
From the Humvee, like tires
Oh.
digging into the ground.
Hmm.
Just fill those in with dirt.
If
Okay.
it comes up, then they were all dead, and as we were driving, we didn't see them until we were already on top of them.
Smooth.
um,
No,
I have shaped stone. If we really want to do that, but I don't think it matters that much because I don't think they care that much. Yeah, we might as well just go. Just go.
yeah. Let's just hide the evidence and go.
You know, just hide the evidence. Just hide the evidence the best we can. Say that we were just burying bodies while
Ours.
we could.
Do
Yeah.
you happen to have any spells that might be able to, like, I don't know, help us put some plants over this, like some of the stuff nearby, put it over this in a way that it looks like the plant is still, growing out of the ground normally?
I don't.
I'm just sitting here thinking of this big bare flattened spot might look a little bit odd.
I
We
go
could-
like uproot a tree real quick and just
Well,
drop it on there.
We could just. I don't.
Yeah,
What?
probably if you wanted to.
Or
we
that.
Could, we could just. We already told them that they would hear, so we could just tell them that we buried them somewhere just to get them out of the way. I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys want to head on out?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yes, please. So you guys are you guys take back off towards the first refuge, and y'all are driving for a few hours. It's a daybreak starting to break, and you're kind of driving along. And on the Humvee radio, you hear fridge the snack pack. Repeat, fridge the snack pack.
Oh wait, are you gonna be talking?
Are you in the Humvee?
Who? Okay. I'll ask. Who's driving what?
I usually drive the Humvee. I would assume Haza's driving the Enigma.
Balls.
The truck.
Sitting shotgun, I guess.
So, I suppose Declan would answer?
Just answer what to do.
Yo, what a be, what a do.
What
Oh my
what do, fam?
goodness. I'm just gonna be like, fridge this snack back.
Yeah, so we heard earlier you guys came across an entire village of killed people, correct? Elves, I presume.
That would be correct.
Do you have any idea or markers as to where these villagers came from?
Hold on. What do you want me to tell them?
Just shrug, but over the radio.
Do what?
Just shrug, but over the radio.
Not really.
I guess a vocal shrug.
Like, not really. We don't really know.
How many days away from first refuge were we?
You guys
we're
are,
literally just outside of first
yeah,
refuge.
you,
Okay, so
like you guys can see the smokestacks of the drifting smoke in the distance. You're like that close to a first refuge.
all right, so I'd say about a few hours west of first refuge.
Okay, but do you have any like ideas of just what village they were from? Were there any like, I don't know, special clothing, markers, rings, necklaces, and like that?
Well, he has the radio on. I say, well, we do have a woman that's still from that village that's alive. I suppose we can ask her when she wakes up.
Are you telling Declan that or what?
No, he said while I still had the radio, while I still had the mic hot, he was saying
Okay.
Yes.
So the fridge goes right. We're gonna need you guys to hang 10 at first refuge until she wakes up, because this is quite pertinent. Because if if the Southern Elves or Southern Elves of the Chosen Children are starting to militarize villagers this far north, we're gonna need definite confirmation on that. Harpy should be arriving now, and on your Humvee, you hear a poof of this Harpy landing and kind of walking along the top of your Humvee.
Hello.
Yo, it's a chicken man.
Can I scree at the harpy?
So,
Like the harpies would scree?
those of you who are in the back of the truck see the sparrow harpy land bodily, wearing like these little kind of hip bags. They're quite heavy looking.
Bird.
Hi. How
Bird.
are you okay?
He goes, "Hi. Yeah, I'm fine. I was told to bring gold."
Oh, thank you. Did that not hurt?
Did what hurt? I landed.
You landed very hard. I would imagine that would at least send a shock through your body or something. Never mind.
He goes, "Who are you, a landing police? Shut up and take money." He kind of throws this sack of gold against the dash of the Humvee, and then takes off. And hear the radio, "Yeah, sorry, Joseki's he's a prick. Just don't mind him."
As he flies away, I point up and go, bird.
As he flies away, I fucking can shoot him. No, I'm kidding.
I fucking shoot him.
I guess after
Rude.
that, ours will just let Declan handle all of the military speak. We don't know.
But so the fridge goes, yeah. Anyway, more or less, that's enough for about 20 days in town. Just hang out there, wait till she wakes up, get everything you can from her. Try and get a track of who was paying her, what they're promising, what kind of equipment they have, if they have any vehicles, how they got there. Be a great question. I'll tell you that much, because they shouldn't be this far north, even remotely. Yeah, just make sure you find out just who gave them those weapons, because if it is Chosen Children, big issue. If they just found them from somebody up here, that's an even bigger issue, because ain't no one up here should have these but us. Except for, of course, there are adventuring groups running around who bought them down south, but that's completely different.
Copy
Sounds
that
like a
fridge.
skill
I'm
issue.
not sure how much information we'll be able to get. She seems to be having some memory issues.
Okay, then pay for her healing. There's probably like 600 gold there. Just figure it out, man.
I could heal
Copy.
her.
I could heal her. So hold on, but you said she has like a concussion or something? Was she bleeding from the ears, the eyes?
She was definitely pretty banged up all over. It looked like she had been dragged around or tossed or something.
Okay. Well, I know for a fact in First Refuge there's a big old Goliath named Saro Tanky. He works on memories and such. Pretty high price, but he should be open for, I don't know, business. So just find Saro Tanky, take her there, have him scramble her brains a bit, and then find out what she knows.
Copy that.
Oh, and then when you're done, dispose of her.
Did get rid of her completely?
I mean, yeah.
All right.
I mean, she attacked, she attacked a Velrider 4. She's clearly out 4. Well, what she knows, figure it out, get rid of her.
Copy that.
All right, fridge out. And
Well, it's a good thing we already interrogated her for everything she knows.
Had to keep one alive, didn't you?
I mean, they just want to kill her again.
You just let me get rid of her the first time.
I tried to be nice.
I just wanted to throw her. But he wouldn't let me.
I wanted to put an elf into space.
The,
So,
the first
what's
elf in
the,
space.
what's the plan here?
I suppose we continue to the first refuge.
Well, they're kind of expecting us to take her and get her fixed.
Well, she already told us the information that we need, so I don't know.
They told us to take her to somebody who can probably restore her memories.
Well,
That's
we
not
do
a good
have
thing.
we do have a her in our group, and I do have a method to make people lose memories. So perhaps we could ask Nia to, I don't know, act in our stead.
And you think this person that can do the brain thingies isn't gonna figure out it's a fake?
Well, it's not really going to be a fake because she'll really lose her memories. Then he'll reach into his bag and pull out the
And then,
thing.
so we're just gonna have her lose her memories and not be able to get them back.
No,
Is it?
well, we'll have her lose a few days worth of memories, maybe, and then they'll restore them.
I do not see this going well. The person wants to fix the memories and then find out what they know, so erasing our memories, and then we take them there, they restore what they know, and
Well, I don't know. Maybe they won't ask. Maybe they'll just restore the memories and leave them to us. I don't know.
She could unfortunately pass away in transit.
What an unfortunate traveling accident.
What if we just
You
have
hit a
her?
bump and she hit her head and just.
whoops, we didn't realize how delicate she was.
Woke up, got hostile. We had to put her down.
We could also just find the traces of the chosen children in the first refuge, and then tell them that we're searching that and moving forward from there, since we have confirmed traces of the chosen children.
Girl.
You don't necessarily have to kill this woman, Declan.
But I
Why
wanna.
not?
No
Orders are orders, man.
witnesses.
No witnesses?
Well, she's already at a point where she's no longer really a witness, so
Yeah, but someone could restore her memories.
Exactly.
How about she suffers from a funny accident where there's like a grenade stuck in her pocket? Fucking-
Yeah, why not?
let's
Yeah,
just
why not?
let's
What-
just discuss this
What
when we get
kind
into
of
the-
Looney Tune bullshit is that? Oops, you found a grenade in your pocket, blows hip away. What the
Let's just discuss this when we get into
It
the
works in
first refuge.
Fallout.
We could go back and throw her back in the pit.
I mean, it worked in Blight 2.
How much
Forgot
gold really,
about
that thing that Harpy gave us again?
So the gold, so this little bag has about 550 gold in it.
Okay.
I thought you said 600.
I did.
Bullshitting me?
No, the fucker
What?
took 50.
Wait. Okay.
The fucker took 50 with him. He's skimming off the top.
Fucking harpies.
Fucking harpies.
But yeah, I guess we'll discuss this more with the entire group once we get to the first refuge.
Okay.
All right.
So the first refuge looms into view quite quickly, and it's only a matter of time until you're kind of rolling around in it. You're there now. Our first refuge is kind of a rather odd kind of town / village. It is quite large and well stocked with many inns and homes and markets, but it seems to lack like a true kind of economy in a way, because its economy is in travel. This is an in-between town. Its economy comes from inns, homes, and basically like fancy bed and breakfasts. You know, it's kind of, this is where people rest and then keep going.
It's blighted by Airbnbs.
Yeah, so basically this is not its economy is those who do not stay. So as you kind of pull in, there's just tons of inns and bed and breakfasts and apartment buildings and homes and that are all designed to outfit and resupply and take care of travelers. So it's like there's little markets here and there that mostly cater to traveling gear, carriage repair stations, horse stalls, farriers. It's all about keeping folks moving through towards the big cities up to the north. And as you all kind of roll in, you see this kid kind of look up. He looks over to you, and he waves at Ars and Declan, and then points towards this rather newer-looking inn, named the what the fuck is this name?
The Prancing Pony.
No, actually, it's called the it's actually the Bald Pony.
Oh, I can't believe I was that close. I was just throwing that in.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty funny. The Bald Pony, and the Bald Pony's sign is literally this rather sad-looking donkey with like a big like bald patch above his ears, kind of like a Friar Tuck kind of situation. But yeah, but he points towards the Bald Pony. What do you do?
Okay. I'm guessing that's where we're supposed to go.
I guess we follow the instructions, I suppose.
Okay. So you turn left, you pull into the large parking area. You see there are like Vardos and wagons and carts and everything and carriages. Everything is kind of here. And they're all kind of parked neatly in these little slots, kind of like a modern parking lot. And there's spots that have signs above them on sticks. And the signs are kind of a crude drawing of the Veil Rider emblem.
Neat.
So I guess we park.
Okay. So you park, and as you guys are kind of parking and kind of getting out and around, this rather portly man goes, welcome back, Veil Riders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, pre-approved rooms are already open. They're top floor on the left as always.
Weird flex, but okay.
I don't know. Remember you prepaid for the rooms like a couple days ago? It's a thing. They're always open for you.
Yep.
Everything's open for me.
Sure.
Okay. Lead the way.
Oh, okay. He kind of like looks confused because I guess, follow me. He kind of like waddles back inside. Do you guys follow him or what?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
So as you
Sounds like fun.
as you travel behind him, kind of walking inside, this building is almost brand new, to the point that they're still installing plumbing, freshly made, kind of copper pipes. And you can see that, you kind of look to the right and realize that this place is trying to mimic a Veil Rider barrack style with running water, these fancy things like hot water heaters for like baths and plumbing and toilets. This is probably the most advanced in First Refuge, and the guy's kind of banking on being this rather fancy state of the art inn to differentiate himself from the other inns here in the First Refuge. And this rather fat old man kind of looks upstairs and goes, "Yep, right up those stairs. Up you go."
Sure.
You're not gonna show us to our rooms?
He kind of like looks down his belly and goes, I mean, I can probably show you to your rooms.
Like a lift?
You're fat, not invalid.
Well, I got bad knees and bad hips in my...
Can I like just pick him up and then just carry him upstairs?
Carry him in what way?
Bridal.
Bridal.
You know what? Fuck it. Why not?
He goes, okay.
I bring him upstairs and I deposit him at the top of the stairs.
And I thought I had first-rate service. Sheesh. All right, follow me. He kind of keeps waddling down the hallway, and he goes right here and gestures towards these two doors. Like this is a double-doored room. And he kind of like goes into his little apron pockets and pulls out two pairs of keys. I guess your NCO gets these, right?
Sure.
Who's your NCO?
Look at ours will look at Sunny.
We're assuming
I will
Sonny's
stare
look back
directly
you.
at Sunny.
No?
Well, Sonny's not here, is he?
He's not, but He is.
So
the
he
NCO.
goes, I guess it's me. He kind of holds his hands out and takes the keys from him. And he
Wow,
goes,
it's like he never left.
he goes, man, I sure do like promotions. He goes, right. Anyway, as you guys know, meals included. Wine is free. Just come downstairs for it. And he kind of looks towards Hanzo. Goes, mind taking me back downstairs there, big fella?
Oh, I'm a bit tired. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
You see his face drop. He's like, what? You sure?
Yeah, you're a bit heavy.
Can I walk downstairs with the old man, but I'll just like wrap my arm around his and go with him because I'm
He's not old.
tiny
He's fat.
saver.
He's not old. He's fat.
Tomato potato.
So he goes, oh, yes, that sounds lovely, please. And he kind of like lets you happily like kind of shoulder his weight. And this guy's like probably 200 pounds overweight. He's been in the cups and the cheese and the beer and the beef for a little bit too long. You know what I mean?
I mean, wine's free, so.
Don't we all get a little too much sometimes?
So I'll.
You look like Orson Welles.
No, he's not like Orson Welles. He's more like that goober who wrote Ice and Fire.
Oh, Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, but like probably a foot shorter and long ears.
I'll take one of the set of keys, go downstairs and.
He goes, hey, that was mine. I'm the NCO.
Sure.
Wait, I have a question.
Nia is actually our NCO.
Yes, that's the funny part about it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think my other question: Am I still the only female character?
Yes.
Then yeah, I'm taking that key.
If it makes you feel any better, ours gets mistaken for female a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Ah, crap.
You say, hey, yo.
It's not my fault I'm effeminate. I was born this way.
But yeah, ours goes downstairs and
So,
goes out to
do you
the-
both help
and-
kind of carry or kind of shoulder the fat man down the stairs? Or is it just
I
Nia?
watch Nia
Fuck
struggle
no.
for like 3 steps, and I just sigh, pick the fat man back up, and bring him back down.
He goes, there we go. I knew you'd come back for me. And he kind of like,
I better get first dibs on one of those baths.
I actually have some cake if you want it.
I don't like sweets.
You
You
don't
look
like
you have
sweets.
Cake.
He doesn't hear you. He's already down the stairs.
Yeah.
He's gonna feed you cake regardless.
I said, I looks like the ghost like speaks up at him. I said, looks like you have fucking cake.
Mm.
All right. Anyway, so Ars, you want to go downstairs for what exactly? Actually, you and Nia and Hans are now downstairs. What's your plan here?
Well, I'm
Get drunk.
mostly going to go to the Humvee and make sure that Winter is awake and active.
I'm just gonna start unloading all our shit and bring it to the room.
Actually, yes, right, because y'all left her behind. So as you kind of go downstairs, she's kind of like stretching her back. Her hood's off. Is kind of like enjoying the nice morning sun. She's like kind of like basking in the morning sun because it's pretty chilly because winter is coming. And
Yeah, once he sees that, ours is going to walk over and put her hood back on her head and say, "Lady Winter, you're still in a dangerous situation, so please keep your hood on while we're outside."
she goes, "You're such a Nancy. Quit it." She like throws her hood back off and like kind of like glares at you.
Well, it's either I be a Nancy or you get hunted down by people who want to kill you. This is my duty to protect you, Lady Winter.
I'm gonna wave it. Wave it.
So could you please?
He's gonna wave. Hi.
So could you
thanks.
please comply at least until we get into a private area?
She stretches. She goes, "No," and puts her foot back out and like stomps towards the door of the inn and kind of like barges inside.
Mm. Whatever. And then he walks over to the other door, opens that door, and then sees that the woman is probably still in there.
Yeah,
Attempts to gather her up, and then put her on his back, and then walk upstairs with her.
Yeah, it's gonna be a brawn check there, Skinny Minnie.
Yeah, I'm aware. I hope I fail. I didn't fail.
I hope I
Fail.
fail. It's a struggle. So Nia and Hans, as you're downstairs, you see Arsh kind of like shoulder past the door, like heaving in breath and trying to struggle with this fucking like limp body. He's trying to like
roll my eyes again and just throw her on top of one of my shoulders as I carry all the other shit up.
So as you do that, the whole because the dining room it's kind of it's a big open bottom dining room, and as you kind of haul this body in, the whole room goes quiet. They're like, "Is that just a fucking lady?"
Yeah, she got hurt. We are keeping
Still
an
right
eye
her
on her.
business. Go back to your food.
So as they veil their business, they all kind of go, "Oh," and they'll literally go, "Oh," they kind of look back down at their plate, like, "Yep, okay," and they completely just back to the beer
I
and
look
food.
over at ours and I'm like, you just have to
that's
say
an-
that and people just mind their own business.
That's an excuse you can use?
Yeah.
Oh.
Welcome to the service. As I carry her back upstairs.
Welcome to the service. You jackass.
He shrugs and just continues his way upstairs, and but no, he can't go upstairs because he has to actually go find Winter. Where is she?
Winter is sitting down next to Nia.
Why is she doing that?
I think Nia said you want to get food, didn't you?
I want to get drunk.
Yeah, and Lady Winter's in the exact same mindset. So they're both. So basically, it's Lady Winter and Nia both slamming back beers at like fucking 9 a.m. on this fucking tavern. And of course, Lady Winter is hood off, just fucking. She's like trying to match Nia with her chugs, and she's kind of struggling.
While she's doing that, I'm just gonna go over and just put her head back on while she's focused on the beers.
So she actually growls at you and kind of like grabs the hood and tries to pull it off her head, and she's kind of fighting against you while still trying to chug this beer.
He gives up.
Be like, "Let
because
it drink."
he doesn't care anymore. It's just let her die for all he cares.
So
I'm gonna wave at Lady Winter.
So she kind of like waves back at you, and then she kind of like grins like triumphantly at Arsh, but then sees Haza waving. She's still trying to chug and beat, and she's well behind Nia, but trying to beat her. She points at Haza, points at Nia, then points at the beer in her hand. That's all you get, Haza.
I guess I'm gonna go get a beer and have water.
Okay. So, Nia, it's very clear that Willie Winter's trying to challenge you to a drinking contest. Do you accept?
Yes.
Immediately. Okay. And Haza, do you want to try and join them or just drink beside them? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll take it on.
Okay. So, you both kind of sit down, and the bartender goes, "You gotta be kidding me, right? It's breakfast time. Really? Right now? Really?"
Yeah, mate. What's wrong with a little day drinking?
They're
I'm
not.
allowed to have some day drinking.
He goes, "They're not day drinking." You see like beer like spooling down Winter's chin, down her neck, because you're trying to chug as fast as Nia. Of course, Nia wins because Nia's more proficient in chugging beer. And Lady Winter kind of goes and kind of slams the tankard down, kind of next to Nia's.
I'm gonna do a little dance in my seat.
A little victory dance.
Yeah, just a very mild one.
Meanwhile, ours is just hovering, just making sure things don't go wrong. Because apparently he has to be the mom in this situation.
So,
Well,
who?
considering that she tried to take the stuff out of my blood, I would feel like this is a good improvement.
So who has the bag of money, by the way?
Not me.
I would
For some
assume
reason,
either ours or Declan.
I was about to say, I
Probably
think I
ours.
do.
Okay, Declan, where are you?
I've just kind of followed in, watching
Hey, doggy.
what the crap is going on.
Okay, so Lady Winter looks right, looks left, and sees Declan, and she goes, snaps her fingers. As she does that, this bag of money rips away from you, off your body. Where'd you have it on you, by the way? This bag of money, in a pocket, in a hand.
I was gonna say like in one of the LBV pockets.
So this thing rips through your LBV pockets and like tears the thing apart as she rips it towards herself, and then she like grabs this bag of money and pours out like 100 gold onto the counter and slams her mug with her hand. The bartender is, let's find out.
As she does that, oh my god.
So the bartender's like, and looks towards Nia like, what do I do?
She has no concept of the money used here, so she's just.
I'm just gonna tell the bartender to keep pouring drinks until
Yeah,
we don't drink anymore, and then we'll just take whatever's left over.
Yeah,
the
he'll
money.
gather. Yeah, ours will just gather up the money and put down the appropriate amount of money as things go by. Because
Letting the days go by.
yeah, he'll just be responsible and make sure she doesn't end up spending all of our money, but allow her to do what she wants because this is his life now.
Okay, so we'll say that Haza, Lady Winter, and Nia all shotgun 3 beers, one after another. The game is on. I need Nia and Haza to give me grit checks, please.
Wit chick.
Grit check.
Wait. My
I'll
best
wing a wit
worst
check.
skill.
Also, my paranoid ass is also kind of looking around the room. Not just watching them, but also watching the whole room.
Oh shit.
Suck my nuts.
Okay, so Haza, you're like, whew, because it's 3 beers shotgunned, and Lady Winter's like, she's like kind of, she's on her 4th technically, and she's kind of like, let's let this loud belch, and you can see that she's drinking quite. She's trying to keep up with Nia. Nia's drinking perfectly, and she's like, fuck! And Lady Winter's trying to keep up, so she's got like beer froth in her nostril and shit. She's just trying to chug this beer as fast as possible.
I want dab in between beers.
You what now?
I'm good dab between beers. So like I'll slam a beer, dab one direction, slam another beer, dab the other direction.
So as you do this, Lady Winter kind of like gulps and goes and kind of like sputters at the beer. She like slams hers back and then like haphazardly dabs towards you as well. You know, it's not quite as nice as yours, but she's like trying to mimic you as much as possible. She kind of dabs with you. It's not as neat a dab, but it's a dab. I guess you can call it like a proficient dab. You know, it's a you can tell it's a dab. I'll tell you that much. Declan, as you're kind of looking around, you're kind of looking left, looking right. It's mostly just standard folk here, travelers, merchants moving through towards the 7s and on towards the 8s and on towards Ultrace and Alston Keel. There's families here. There's lone wanderers here, like not like the humans, but like a lone wanderer, elf, dwarf, etc., etc.
Does he have the big iron on his ship?
What?
Huh?
What are you laughing at, you fucking goober? What the fuck is this?
Jeez.
What the okay, anyway. You're so fucking weird, dude. So Declan, so Declan, as you're looking around, you do see one familiar face kind of staring at you from under a hood, and you can tell from the nose. You're pretty sure who this is, and it's a very a woman that tried to kill you only a few days before.
This bitch is everywhere.
No, not that one. The one that was a deer once.
Ah, okay.
Yo! My eyes are gonna pop out of my head, and I'm gonna do the whole funny awooga routine.
You're such a jackass.
Do you point this out?
Yes, I was trying to, but there's a lot of giggling.
So how do you point this out exactly?
I'm just gonna kind of nudge ours and look over in that direction and be like, guess who?
So as you go, as both look, she goes, "Don't fucking stare at me."
I didn't turn to stare at her.
I will stare directly at her.
I didn't turn to look at her. I would just close my eyes and count to 10 and then sigh in my head because...
not at all how you thought
come
this night was going.
So the woman goes, hey, no. She's like, look away, look somewhere else. Don't look towards me. I don't know you.
I,
like-
I don't know you either. I don't know why you're snapping your fingers in my face.
She goes, quit fucking look somewhere else. All right, look towards the family of 4. Quit looking at me. But of course, it's all in like an English accent.
Yeah, I already said my response. I'm not looking at you. I don't even know you. I don't know why you're snapping your fingers in my face.
She's like 13 feet away in her own table. All right, but she goes, "Would you quit look?" And she's like trying to look. She's kind of pulling her hood down further over her face. Of course, at the bar, Nia and Lady Winter are on like their 6th beer, just slamming these fuckers back. And the bartender's like, "What the fuck is good?" Because he's like, it's not even noon. What are you guys doing? And he goes, "Fucking Veil Riders." And so let's do the next check here, as you guys are still slamming beers. Same thing.
Ready for my 0.
Can I show up at this point?
Do what?
I was like, can I show up at this point, or am I still off doing my thing?
Where are you?
I was unloading the stuff.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You show up.
Yeah.
You're there now.
All right.
What-
What are you guys doing?
Winking.
Oh, what are you drinking?
Drinking beer.
What the-
What's beer?
Ars, what are you watching in the background?
Do you hear something in my?
Sounds like
Yes.
some weeb shit.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
either a small woman or an anime child. I can't tell.
Oh. I was actually just watching someone playing the game. My brain gets distracted, so I had to watch multiple things.
Whatever you say. All right, so Lady Winter is now like smugly looking at Nia as she's like starting to like get her wind going. What was your roll, Haza?
What did I roll for what?
Roll
You
grit.
need to make another roll.
Oh, okay. I was distracted by funny video.
Oh my goodness.
Hee haw, funny video.
He was
14.
distracted by Jerma.
So, so Lady Winter is like, she sees Haza and she like waves her hand towards Haza, or not towards Haza, towards Hans, and she's like waving towards Haza, like hey, like the hand flap thing, and she's like,
yeah.
and she's like covered in beer foam, and there's like beer down her neck and her chin, and it's kind of like on her shirt. She's like very clearly drinking sloppily for some fucking reason that you can't figure out, and she like points down at Haza and Nia, and it's like this pile of gold on the fucking bar counter.
Do you want
Hey.
me to also get a drink?
Would you like to drink with us?
What are you guys drinking?
Beer.
What's
Bar.
beer?
I'm just gonna hand him like a random glass that has beer in it and just be like, drink.
Oh, okay. I like tilt up my mask and like drink.
So as you start drinking, Lady Winter starts slamming the fucking bar top with her fist, kind of like trying to egg on Hans the drink like they're drinking.
I mean, I just kind of down it. I don't have a tongue.
I thought we fixed your tongue.
No, ours just has a tongue in a jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like down it and I'm like, oh, fizzy.
Yeah, it don't taste like much because you have no tongue, but it's delightfully foamy and fizzy. It's something.
Oh,
It
interesting.
feels nice in my mouth.
It's like angry water.
So Lady Winter tries to like keep all the beer in her cheeks, and she like basically tilts back this tankard, and she's kind of chipmunking the beer, and she's slapping the gold pile with her hand, and the bartender goes, "Geez, okay, calm down, God," and starts like pouring more beer for Lady Winter, Haza, Hans, and Nia, and these are pretty large tankards, and he goes, "Geez, this is what your 7th?" So how far do you guys want to take this?
Until one of us
yes.
wins.
I
Until-
don't really participate. I just like sip my beer and watch this all.
How much are these beers costing us?
No one's asked. See it.
Yeah. So being the sober one, I go over like, how much for the beer?
Well, these are just our breakfast beer. It's roughly I don't know, like 3 silver a tankard.
How
I
much
assume
have they
Hans,
drunk so far?
I would say Hans would know the conversion, right?
I believe so.
That's like,
So,
yeah.
what was it, 1 to 10?
So it'd be 6, 6, and 5, and 1, and then 7, 7, 6, and 2. That's 14, 15. Hold on, that's no. So that's 14, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 21, 22 times 3. So 66 silver.
So was that like 6.5 gold?
Yeah, roughly so far.
All right. You know what? I kind of collect the pile. I leave 10, and I'm like, oh, this should cover for the rest of our drinking in case we need more. Just ask.
He goes, yeah, I guess. Does your lady friend want like a towel or something? And Lady Winter's like leaning backwards and trying to chug this fucking beer with Nia, and it's like it's literally it's spilling everywhere. She's she's just basically just trying to get as drunk as fast as possible and just slimming down this beer.
I look at the bartender. I'm like, yeah, I'll take like 3 towels.
He goes, yeah,
You know what? And I look over them like, you know what? Get me a couple of buckets too.
a bucket? The fuck's a bucket for?
I have a feeling this isn't gonna end well.
Yeah, you know what? Good on you. Buckets. Hey! He kind of like looks over the counter and the guy's, yeah, I'll get you your buckets. Give me a second. And the guy's like trying to like hold these 4 plates of like breakfast food and trying to grab his bucket over right behind the counter.
And we get stupid excited and be like, buckets of beer? What?
No, not buckets.
They come in buckets?
I assume I'd have to drink it out of a bucket.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Haza, Nia, and Lady Winter again. This time you're rolling your grit save at disadvantage.
Damn.
Disadvantage for grit?
Yes.
Oh,
I might be,
ignore
I
that.
might perish soon.
It didn't have my grit.
Rip.
1, 2.
Rest in
With
pepperonis. Disadvantage. That's still a 19. Fuck you, Nia.
Whoa.
Well,
9.
yeah, 18.
Perishes.
Well, so it's either 20. Yeah, so it's either 22 or 23. Take your pick.
How do I? Well, it's probably 19 right there. Oh,
No, the 19 is not added yet.
plus 0. Oh, is your grit 0?
4.
4. Okay, gotcha. So, by the 22 or 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. So it'll be 22 then, I believe. I can't do my thing. And then Lady Winter gets an 18. So as you slam down your, let's see, your 5th beer, no 5, 6, 7, your 7th beer, you're feeling a bit. You should be drinking this heavy, this hard. You're like, there's foam on your chin, on your face, on your nose. You're like, ugh. And you feel like this heavy liquid weight in your stomach. Meanwhile, Lady Winter and Nia are still like looking at each other and chugging as fast as they can. Nia, you feel like you're hitting your limit as you near your 7, 8, 9, your 10th beer. And as Lady Winter's trying to chug her 10th beer, you see her kind of going, trying to like, maintain composure and trying to keep the beer down in her stomach. So you have a feeling that Lady Winter may just lose this bout she's suddenly leapt into. And while we're doing that, Hans, you're just sipping beer. Ars, what are you doing?
I am making sure that the woman doesn't do anything that she's not supposed to be doing.
The woman being what?
Winter. While actively ignoring the fact that the dear lady is sitting over there and actively doesn't want us to acknowledge her, so.
Okay. Declan, what are you doing? Haza, what the? Chad, look at this shit. This is shit I gotta deal with every fucking day.
Declan's of mine to just head to the room.
Head to the room?
This is getting a little bit crazy.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be around when people start puking.
All right. So as you hit the room, a room down the way opens up, and that guy kind of walks out, kind of brushing down his shirt. He goes, "Ugh, fucking road." Oh, hey, you're one of the Veil Walker guys, right?
Riders, yeah.
Yeah, fucking whatever. What's up with all the, like, what do you call it? The drakes. Like, are you guys here to take the drakes out with all your fancy wands and such? Is that what you're all here for?
Wouldn't mind taking one out.
Well, you know one's coming down here, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been.
We had not heard about this.
It's in all the news around the Yates and Huey. There's a big motherfucker running around up there. It got like really angry like a couple days ago, and it's been fucking tearing through caravans along the road. They've more or less they've shut down Huey and the Yates and the Sevens, and they think it's going towards like Ultrace or something. Like someone's really set this Drake off, and I mean, I assume you're here to take care of it, right? Because you guys have those big mean wands that shoot the fireballs, right?
Yes,
We
do.
boomsticks.
Boomsticks.
I'm gonna drunkenly pull one out and flag everyone. No.
I flagged the entire dining room with my finger on the trigger.
This is exactly why Declan was trying to leave.
well, the thing is, Declan is upstairs, so Hadza can't see this happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
About how long ago was this?
Boomstick.
Oh, about a couple days ago. It's pretty recent. Something really set the big male off. No one's really sure. They think that maybe like it had like a marital spat with one of the females. I'm not really into Drake husbandry, you know, but I know it's angry and it's killing like dozens of people a day. So that's pretty fun news, right?
Definitely interesting. All right.
And I'm pretty sure you guys have like what are they called? A rookit, right? That's like a big old giant iron dick that explodes.
Something like that. Yes.
A rookit, right?
I believe it's a rocket.
Rocket. That sounds not nearly as cool, but I mean, as long as it does what I mean. Like local hoo-ha has it that you guys have a base over there in Lunder now, right?
Where? Oh, yes.
Cool. Out of curiosity, are the weird carriages coming out of Ashtaran also yours? Are you negotiating some kind of like peace with the orcs?
You seem to be asking a lot of questions.
I'm just curious. It's all so exciting right now, right? You got you guys here. You got more of those weird carriages coming out of Ashtran. Maybe a piece with the Yorks. You got the Drake running around south, which is really odd because you think it stayed north. It's just all these fun things happening, and you're here to figure out, talk your ear off. I mean, it's always fun to have information and things. You spread rumors around because sometimes you can get free drinks for good rumors. It happens.
Well, you've got a few good rumors now. I don't want to say too much more.
Okay. But I am curious, though, why are you guys trying to broker a peace with the Yorks? Thought you guys were currently fighting him, right?
I don't know anything about that.
You don't? I thought you would. I mean, I thought only you guys had the weird carriages. Oh, actually, no, here, I have a picture of him, and he kind of like wrestles around in his little sling sack, pulls out a notepad, and goes, and it's this very like rustic hand pressed paper, and he goes, actually, I sketched one because I was kind of in between, the big open field between Southern Trace and the Orc War border, and I was out there, gathering some herbs and plants, if you get my drift, and I saw one, it looks really cool, and I sketched it. And give me 1 second here. I'll show you what he sketched. Oh, thank you, my dear. Copy for me. You okay?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Bringing dogs in.
Yeah. All right. Boop, 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 boop. All right. He goes, I always saw it from a flat angle, but, it's, I think it's got the likeness to it. And it had this big red cross on it, too. I thought it was pretty interesting. I haven't seen anything like that ever in my life. But let's see here. Declan. Here's what you see.
Oh, boy.
Kind of sketched out.
Would Declan know what this is?
Let's see here. Mr. Declan. Skills. Just give me a quick brain power check.
Brain power.
Yay. I did not mean to roll that. Why did it roll 2?
You rolled disadvantage.
Well, your first roll was a 13
13.
anyway, so.
So
Okay.
you're not sure what it is, but it looks nothing like anything you guys have.
Well, that's for sure.
And he goes, also, it was a weird flat one, and it had this long, stem on it, and it was really, really fast, but I was able to get a quick sketch of it. And he kind of, pulls out this, let's see if we can find an actual, rough sketch. Let's see if I can kind of find, a badly drawn version. Oh, here we go, yeah. He goes, I think it looked like this. And he pulls out the sketch pad. I love how inaccurate this is. There you go. It look like this.
Okay. That's only slightly terrifying to Declan.
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, it was going really fast. It's really low to the ground. I had to kind of. I'll be frank. I guessed the rest of it from the turret down, but I think it's what it looks like, right? I mean, it looks like a human carriage.
And it had a red cross on the side.
No. Not the second one. The first one did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the same vehicle. I was like, that's a really weird one.
No. I saw 2 of them.
Okay.
Let me tell you,
Well, I've
these sketches have been
personally
buying
got
my drinks for 3 days. Can chat see? Yeah, hold
that
on.
must be nice.
I gotta hide Declan's feet pics from y'all, but I can go ahead and post it.
What?
There you go, chat. All right. And he goes, "Yep, but it's yours, right? I mean, all you guys have these things."
Unfortunately, we don't. Well, not my team, but
What?
not my crew. We don't. I'm talking about my immediate crew, not.
Well, I mean, it's not like the orcs would have these, right? That'd be right.
I don't know. I haven't seen one of these firsthand.
You see his bravado kind of deflates. Psst. He's like, what do you, they're definitely yours, right? They're here to help fight the drakes.
Possibly so. I haven't heard anything. I'm still low in the Veil Riders. I don't exactly get a whole lot of information myself.
I thought you guys would just, you would know things.
Well, nope.
Well, that's mildly terrifying. And he kind of just turns on his heel and then walks on the staircase. I'll put it away from you. So now you're left alone, Declan.
Yeah, I'm just going to continue on to the room.
All right. So in the room, it's kind of like your. It's actually quite. It's a fancy room in the fact that it's got its own little bathroom with indoor plumbing and a toilet and a shower, but it's got barrack-style berths in it. They're kind of lit into the walls, and you reckon that this one little room could probably hold maybe 2 or 3 platoons. But right now it's just you guys in there, and they're like ready racks for guns and lockers with locks on them that are kind of match the key you guys have. It's basically a small garrison room in this inn.
Like a bay?
Kind of a bay, yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
like
Declan
a
is just
very
gonna
well built
kinda
bay.
go wide-eyed and be like, wow, okay.
Mm-hmm. And
Are there other people in this room, or is it just our room?
this is just the room for the Veil Riders. Is what you kind of figure. So it's basically a Veil Rider only room, a VIP room, if you will.
Ah.
Veil Riders inner personnel. I don't know, fucking whatever. And right now it's just your team in this room.
Okay. Well, I guess for the moment, Declan's just going to sit down and clean his rifle while he waits for the others to finish getting sloshed.
Okay. So the current speed run to anti-sobriety, let's see here, you guys. So I'll say that Nia and Lady Winter are on their 8th beer. It's very slow getting this thing down. And Haza, do you want to continue chugging with them or just kind of play it cool and sip?
Gray?
Gray.
What?
What? Fucking oblivious. Do you want to continue trying to chug with Lady Winter or just kind of sip your beer?
Yes.
What is your answer, Gray? Do you want to chug? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the funnier option.
So I need Nia and Lady. I need Nia and Gray to make one more grit save at disadvantage.
While they're doing that, do I see the guy that like suddenly rushes downstairs?
Yeah, this guy is sprinting out the door, like.
There it is.
There it is.
This is why I grab buckets.
Nat 1.
Oh!
So Nia, you go, and you kind of hold this.
Suddenly, somewhere, Declan throws up.
So Nia, you go, you're like, you can hold it in, and Haza, you kind of go, and you can feel the vomit fill your cheeks. Lady Winter, Nat 1s, yeah. So Hans, you see, you see Haza kind of go, and his cheeks fill up, and you see like Lady Winter's like back bow as she's about to like let everything go.
I
soon as
try
I-
to throw the buckets in front of them. I try to get the buckets in place.
As soon as I
I
see
get
all
an
that
aim for the
happening, I immediately back away, closer, incidentally closer to that lady's table.
So as you back up, she goes, "Are you fucking serious?" As you kind of back towards her, but Hans, give me a cunning save as you try and throw these buckets into place.
I think cunning might be my lowest one.
Mad Lad Striker, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, appreciate it, bud. Do it now. You have 4
Oh, no,
cunning.
It's not yeah, it's not terrible. Okay, that's
Oh, boy.
terrible.
Roll one more time for
Okay,
for
yeah.
Haza now, because there are 2 buckets.
All right, slightly better.
So you're able to get the bucket in front of Haza as he goes and this let forwards this torrent of more or less almost still beer, still like frothy beer, but you kind of whack Winter over the head with her bucket. It kind of boom. She goes and just she kind of like goes and just kind of lets loose this torrent of frothy beer vomit over the top of the bar on the gold coins. Over the top, splashes along the backside of the bar. She goes, and you watch as Lady Winter kind of deflates. Kind of get like her big beer kind of like goes, kind of deflates, and she like lets loose this torrential downpour of still frothy beer onto the countertop, onto the coins, splashing the bartender's boots, you know. And the whole crowd goes, "Oh, that's gross!" But they're all like laughing because they're all kind of expecting this shit because they're all watching Wrapped, like, "What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?" And she goes, "What?" And there's a group of guys back and go, "Yeah!" Back in the corner of the fucking inn, you know, as Lady Winter just kind of vomits up this like literal tube of fucking beer.
I sigh. Oh. Ugh. Anyway, sorry, go.
Foundry be fucky had a fix. What do you mean? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I sigh. I'm debating. Do I just bring her upstairs and then clean and just? I look over at the bartender. I'm like, I'll clean that up. Let me just get her upstairs.
So he goes, why couldn't you okay. He kind of like throws on a towel on top of the coins and kind of like scoop the coins up like, oh god.
No. I I replace those coins with clean coins.
Okay. And Lady Winter kind of goes, and kind of like spits out like a big mouthful of like beer froth. Like that's it's pure beer froth. Nia, give me.
Die again. Oh, sorry.
Nia, so Nia, you watch two guys vomit. Give me a grit save to see if you vomit as well.
Oh no.
While they're doing that, I'll just wrinkle my nose and
No!
So Nia, you go, and you just like same thing all over your lap, the bar, and the bartender goes, "Are you fucking serious?" He kind of turns around, and again, and at the same time, the guy in the back goes, "Yeah, another one! They all three puke. You'll be 5 gold. Fuck you, Jonesy." You know, in the corner because they're all taking bets on who's gonna vomit.
Fuck you, Shorzy.
Hey, give your balls a tug. How's that sound?
So as this is happening, ours is gonna wrinkle his nose like whisper low enough but loud enough that he's sure that the lady will hear him say, "Please save me. I don't want to be here anymore." And then just walks back over to the bar.
Like, as Ars walks over, I'm like, Ars, can you give me a hand bringing these 3 back up to the room?
I'm gonna roll for the dear lady real quick. Hold on. So you guys hear this noise, and you kind of look over your shoulder, and you see like the Wendigo lady's like holding her stomach, like no, not gonna, and she's like trying to not like vomit herself. You know, she has a sympathetic gag reflex to the 3 people vomiting at the bar. She's like she's trying to hold in her own breakfast.
He sighs, then picks up the bucket that went unused and walks it over to that lady and puts it by her and just gives her like a tap of sympathy and walks away.
By the way, Junk, in case you're curious, you pull out this thing here, a character sheet, and you grab it with a VR template. This is how it should work. Nope. Oh my god. So we're working on like last Declan. We're working on making this thing work better for making characters. In case you're curious. So it should be, you pull out your race here from the compendium. You go to this compendium for VR template container. Drag here, bop, and it fills it all in. You can go and start dragging on skills and stuff. It's a thing. But it's gonna be better if you need to just do it off the cuff. But we're working on it. Declan can walk you through it a little bit easier, I think, than I can because I'm still trying to write books and stuff. Anyway, so you give it a bucket, and she kind of like nods a thank you to you. She kind of takes this bucket and holds it in her lap, like, "I can do this. I just paid like 5 silver. Don't do it." She's trying to like contain her own stomach.
After hearing that, he'll sigh and then put down a gold piece by her thing, just like, then walks away.
All right.
I guess he'll help in cleaning up too, since he needs to clean the gold as well.
So as you do that, you see Lady Winter kind of like already sipping on like a fresh beer, like in a mug. She's like, so as you're kind of cleaning up, she kind of you see her feet kind of kicking back and forth on the chair, and you kind of look up. You see her kind of looking down at you with the side eye, still sipping beer, but fucking beside Nia.
He'll glance at her with a side eye. Won't say anything because she knows what she did, and he already knows she's unrepentant, so he doesn't care.
She knows what she did.
He just continues to clean up her messes.
She knows what she did. Hans, what are you doing?
I'm grabbing all 3 of them and bringing them upstairs to get them cleaned up.
Okay. So as you kind of scoop up Lady Winter and Nia, Lady Winter's like trying to like move around your arm so she can still like sip her beer. So despite the fact she's covered in beer vomit, she's still trying to like neck that fucking tankard like while she's in your arms.
I've got her like around the waist under one arm. I have like Paza over her shoulder, and I have Nia under the other arm.
So as you're walking by, and she's still and Winter's still trying to neck this fucking tankard. You hear this guy go, "The Bear Riders sure do know how to fucking party. Holy shit, they just got here."
It's been a long, strange trip, friend.
Let me tell you, I can't wait to see what happens at lunchtime, because holy shit, my friend. And it, like basically it's a small table of caravanners and all kind of like laughing together and kind of like you see coins passing hands back and forth as like bets are finally doled out. Okay, so Hans, you take Nia and Haza and Winter upstairs. There is a single shower bay of 2 shower heads and a bath in this bathroom, along with 2 toilets that are facing each other. Don't ask why. It is what it is.
It's for PvP pissing.
PvP shitting, obviously. Take the gold with that.
Pooper v pooper.
Whoever can piss harder wins.
So Hans,
It's
what do you
sound
do?
like you're frying the most chicken.
Which one of them looks the worst?
Winter.
Alright. He's gonna put Winter in the bathtub and start running a bath for her.
So as you're running
Fully clothed, mind you.
So as you're running that bath, she's still trying to drink this fucking beer, and she's like halfway
I'm
through
letting
it.
her. I'm just letting her drink in the bathtub.
Woo!
You've never had a shower beer before? Same concept.
Nia, what do you do?
5.
What?
I want to survive.
Objective
survive.
updated. Survive.
I send Sunny downstairs to go get like a lot of water.
So Nia's kind of sprawled out, like still covered in beer foam vomit. It's kind of
I
laying on
have
the
them
ground.
both like sat up against the wall.
against the wall. Ugh.
I don't want them like laying down, potentially like drowning in their own vomit.
What are you doing?
You could let them.
I'm gonna lay down and potentially drown in vomit.
You could let them.
They are my friends. Ours. They are the only friends I've ever known.
I understand. You could still let them.
Like I
Hans
get that.
doesn't understand
It's still a
morality.
choice. All right.
The option is there.
So the bath for Lee Winter is running, and you still have Nia and Haza take care of. Hans, what do you do?
Oh, actually, I'm gonna hear the bath running and I'm gonna try and jump in.
I stop him immediately.
Doesn't take much
Can I
to stop
try
him.
Can I try and dodge him to get to the bath?
You want to dodge past a fucking Goliath in a small bathroom. Fuck it, just send it.
A literal
Yes.
brick wall.
So, Hans, roll me a grapple check. In Gray, roll on a disadvantage, please.
Oh boy, this is fun.
wait.
I know
Brawn
Goliath
for
gets
disadvantage,
bonuses.
right?
What?
Do I roll brawn for grapple?
Yes.
What Goliaths get a bonus, yeah?
Yeah, advantage, because you have big, meaty arms.
Oh yes. What is grapple? Is it CQB?
Yeah.
Oh. Brawn. Where's with advantage? Let's
Where
see.
the advantage go?
With a plus 23. Let's do this.
The plus 23. That nat one would have fucked you.
Yeah, 33.
Yeah, so you go, no you don't, and kind of grab Haza by the back of his shirt.
I grab Haza by the face.
Jesus.
just this big ass meaty hand.
You're just saying that option is still there.
I'm going to immediately deflate.
I immediately
Instead, I'm going. you said-
deflate. What the fuck?
I'm going to just sit him back on the wall next to Nia. And I go, wait your turn.
But I want bath.
So you get bath. You get bath after we clean the nice lady, or at least I clean the nice lady, and you stay there
Why can't I clean the nice lady?
because you're also drunk.
I'm qualified.
I'm sure you are.
I'm bona fide.
But yeah, I just kind of like I debate tying him up and then decide against it, and then I just go back to I like actually go and clean the Fey woman
Okay.
properly.
All
Hey,
right.
what is
Might as well
the
just get
rest
like
of
a
it?
fucking brush
Amazing.
hose or something.
All right, Declan, what are you doing?
Okay, wait. Are they in the room? Sorry.
So yeah, they're all in the bathroom, and you hear a lot of commotion coming from it.
All of them are in the bathroom.
Except Arse and you. Yeah.
Probably also Sunny.
All right.
I'm just here to
kinda
help.
waiting for, kind of waiting for everybody to be around so that we can talk about all the information.
We could just have the meeting in the bathroom while I'm cleaning everyone.
Oh my goodness.
So here's something go bathroom meeting down the hallway towards Arse and Declan.
All right, fine. I guess I'm gonna kind of motion to ours. Be like, you coming along?
After I'm done cleaning.
All right.
Oh, has to clean up some messes.
So as I just say that, a trio of actually bar workers go, no, sir, we got this. It's fine. There's a very lengthy tab. It's you go on and do your meeting. We'll take care of this down here.
Oh,
And-
yeah,
And as you hear that, you see this woman go, how can a little woman hold so much beer? Holy fuck.
he'll just gather up the coins that he spent time cleaning from Barfoot and gather them up and throw them into the bag since they were already paid. Then he'll go over to the dear woman saying, "Please, leave while you can." And then he'll walk upstairs.
She goes, I think I'm gonna take that. Yeah, uh-huh.
And then he'll just walk upstairs. He actually does that as he's going up the stairs.
Oh, come on, Arse, don't be that way.
So yeah, he walks up the stairs behind Declan and then walks into, I assume, Hans cleaning Winter, who's still sipping on a beer.
Yeah,
and,
she's currently enjoying her bath beer.
Is she still fully clothed?
Yes, she is. So as you're walking, she gives like this little happy jaunty wave at you from the bathtub.
I'm also gonna wave it. I'm also gonna wave at Oz. So
Hans ignores you.
I'm ignoring you, sir.
You are part of the problem. Then he's gonna look over and say, Hans, could you take care of the others? I
day
can
drinking.
handle her.
Day drinking isn't a problem. It's a question, and the answer is yes.
So as you say,
don't-
so as you say that, Lady Winter kind of like cups a hand in the bath water, looks at Arse, looks at Hans, and goes and throws this huge handful of water across both Hans's and Arse's face.
He
I
he
mean,
lets it hit her, then
yeah,
shakes the water off of him.
I also let it hit me, and I kind of don't worry about this because I'm wearing a gas mask.
Yeah, he just shapes the water off of him and then flows it back into the tub, and then he says, "I'll handle bathing her."
Lady Winter kind of like glares at Arse and like slowly sets down her bath beer on a little table nearby for like soap and shit. And she puts it.
It's just the tub, right? There's no like shower area.
Yeah, it's just, well, there's two shower heads kind of near the toilets, but there's only one tub in there.
Oh, in that case, I drag Haza and Neo over there, and I just like, I look at them both. I'm like, you both been through basic. Come on, you know how this works.
So it's literally
Nah,
so it's just Arse in front of Lady Winter, and she's like eyeballing you, and it's kind of like a weird like cowboy standoff. Both her hands slowly going down to the water, both hands doing like weird cup motion towards the water, and she kind of like tenses while kind of staring at Arse.
He doesn't do anything. He's just ready for whatever she actually wants to do.
She just like goes, whoa, and she probably throws 10 gallons of water at you. Give me a bronze save.
I'll probably
You didn't
fail.
want me washing her.
Hopefully I fail and this kills me.
So you're able to keep
Fuck
your
that
footing.
guy.
So you're able to keep your footing as 10 gallons of water splash over you and more or less soak you down to your undershirt. But a lot of blood
This
does
is
come
fine.
off, so
Wait.
that's something.
Wait, do I see this?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna point at him. Go, ha ha.
He shapes water and then throws it into his face.
Oh, I put them
Nice.
both already under the shower.
So he's
That's fine.
Just going ha ha and a stream of fucking hot water on the shower.
You know what? Let me try to aim it down his throat.
Roll ballistics.
Can I
Sure.
try and aim stuff back at him?
Such as what?
Um,
My stoner.
the shower head. The shower head.
Sure.
Alternatively, I'll just start splashing water at him.
So give
Is
me
your
a.
basic DR-14?
It is. So you will hit him, but Haza, roll me a cunning check. I try and like grab the shower head and arc it towards him.
Cunting check. Let's go.
It's not. Stop it. Well, actually, I'll take that over the other one you usually say. No.
No.
So Haza, you go aha, and you grab the shower head as like a weird like at least it's like a clap of water right in your face, and like you go, you kind of slip, and you kind of like lose your footing on the tile and slam down bodily onto the wet tile, kind of next to Nia.
He
Oh no!
has
It's the
he has a-
consequences of my actions.
he has a small smirk on his face, and then he turns to Lady Winter and says, "Are you done having fun, Lady Winter?"
You get out. Are you? Another 10 gallons of water flow over you.
So,
Okay.
yeah, about that meeting.
We can-
About that meeting. So Declan, you walk up to this room and there's fucking water everywhere, and Gray looks like he's drowned. Arse is like soaked from head to toe in water. Lady Winter's having a nice like bathtub beer. It's a rather well, there you've had weirder, but it's definitely up there.
He's just. I was just gonna say. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
I was just gonna. Declan is gonna really resist the urge to just turn around and walk back out.
You might as well just do that because we're probably not gonna be prepared for a little while because ours has to convince her to actually behave. So yeah, ours is gonna. after
He's not
getting-
convinced that y'all are in a state to even take in any information at the moment.
You would be right.
I'm completely sober.
So
Oh hey Declan, how you doing? You know anything?
Yeah,
So-
hey Declan, dude, I heard there was a meeting.
Yeah, was there a meeting going on?
I don't know who called it in here.
Oh, I did.
what is this information? You can tell it while we're attempting to get some control of this situation.
Well, one, I wanted to talk with the group about the orders that we got from the Veil
Thusla. Is this the
Riders.
beach episode?
What were the orders?
We'll get to that when everybody's sobered up and ready.
This is most.
But-
This is probably the best time at this point.
Oh, okay. All right. So we got orders to take the lady we quote unquote rescued to some guy. I didn't catch the name.
Sorrow Tanky.
Can you put that in chat? 'Cause I don't know how to spell that.
Yeah. Okay. Peasant.
Anyways, yeah. So I'm like, so we got orders to take him to this guy, and he should be able to recover her memory, get information about who supplied her the weapons, and report it back to the Veil Riders.
Broken 3 says, "Who's the lifeguard right now in this situation?"
That'd be me.
So,
Is that it?
well, I
Well,
understand.
one
that
thing at a
is-
time.
Yes, I understand that that is our. I
So you're-
suppose our orders.
Out of character,
Oh.
you're not gonna tell Hans that they wanted us to get rid of her, right?
No.
I didn't mention that yet.
No, I'm just asking.
Yet.
Like out of character.
No. Well, I won't mention it at least, but yeah.
Okay.
Listen, we don't necessarily have to use that woman. We do have another woman that could serve the purpose we need.
I mean, didn't we get over all the information we already needed?
Yes, we did. We just need to make an excuse of why we're visiting her. Well, that memory person. And then he's gonna
Okay,
look
we
over
just paid
to
them off.
yeah, he's gonna look over to Nia, who's still, I assume, passed out or whatever.
She's
I
not-
have like Nia propped up. Like the entire time we're having this meeting, I'm like standing by the showers, like just making sure the two of them are cleaning.
She's not
themselves up.
passed out. She's kind of sitting under a torrent of water, but she's like she can hear you and see you and stuff.
Mm. Are you willing to take one for the team? I suppose you Veil Riders say. Nia.
Talking to you, Alphonse.
You're
What
muted.
about me?
Again, now I can hear you. Go ahead.
I missed some of that, so.
Yes, well, we need to bring a woman to a memory doctor to have their memories restored. I happen to have a potion that will, with 1 or 2 drops, get rid of a day's worth of memories. Are you willing to do that?
I could try it, yeah.
Perfect.
Lost connection to the server.
We have that. We have that handled with the woman. So we just need to bring a woman over to that memory doctor, and then.
If you lose F5, if you lose connection, just F5, brother.
Yeah, I did, and then it logged me out.
Weird.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna finish up anyway, so nothing too bad going on here.
Alright.
What was the other thing you wanted, Declan?
So I ran into a guy in the hallway that seemed very excited about us being here and was asking quite a few questions. You too many, if you ask me. You know, Declan being
Did you
paranoid.
kill him?
No, I didn't.
You should have
I'm
just
not
shot him. You should have just gone bang.
So what did we talk about?
You know,
Yeah,
I
just
like to
kill
murder
civilians.
hobo, but I'm not gonna do it inside of the inn.
Hobo? We're not hobos. We have a job.
Yeah, we got homes and rooms and stuff, Hans.
We don't.
Anyways, few things. He showed me some crude drawings of some interesting vehicles. Well, I'm pulling them back up.
Interesting.
So one was kind of like our Humvee, but 4 axles, and quite a bit bigger, and has a red cross in a white square on
It's
the
got
side
a
of it.
red cross. It's an uwu
Yeah.
truck.
Hey, I'm still loopy. I'm on meds, okay?
Hi,
Uh-oh,
Luffy.
it's the red cross. Uwu, who's hurt?
Oh no! Don't do that.
Go ahead.
The other one was a bit more interesting. It had looked like treads around the sides of it, and he described it as being very fast. And it looked like it had a quite a large cannon net coming out of the front of it.
Would the 3 of us who are actually Veil Riders actually know what that is?
Would I know what that is? Just from modern knowledge.
So Declan, do you try and sketch it?
I was about to ask you if I could.
Give me a. Let's see, what do you have here?
Oh boy.
Give me. Good lord, you're all about killing. No, like.
I know.
Just roll cunning. All right, no, what? I'm sorry, that's wrong. We gotta roll brain power because you gotta try and draw this fucking thing from memory. Brain power plus
All right.
1.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm now cringe. How? 9. Okay, so as Declan draws this thing out, it looks like a 5-year-old tried to draw like a tank, a vaguely tanky shape.
Guys, that looks kind of like a tank.
We should steal it.
I mean, yes, but
Hold on.
I haven't even told you anything about it yet, though. I was just telling you so far.
Explain the details, please, Declan.
So, apparently, coming from Astran and around Southern Trace and everything, apparently there's these kinds of vehicles heading in. He seems to be under the impression that there's some kind of alliance with the orcs. Of course, that might also be something to do with the other piece of information I got from him, is that there is a large male drake headed from the Sevens to Ultrace.
is that the one that the villagers were talking about?
Did you get any description on this drake?
Just that he's a male drake and he's extremely pissed off.
And larger than Odin.
And how many villagers did you say he was eating a day? Like 15 something?
He was killing roughly 15 per day. Yes.
Yeah, and that.
Like remember I told you he said they shut down the trade routes between like the 8s and
right.
Hue. Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to jot that bit down. So yeah, they've shut down the 8s, Hue, and the 7s.
I see. That seems problematic.
Just a touch.
I have the feeling we're probably gonna have to fight this thing at some point. we should probably be I don't know. My suggestion would be a bit proactive and just take the fight to it rather than it eventually
maybe
us on the road.
go liberate some of those tank things you called them.
Yeah, they make big booms.
Hmm.
They
Is
turn
that,
buildings into not buildings, if you know what I mean.
is that the only thing that that person talked about? Just the tanks?
Was there something I'm not mentioning?
I don't know.
I think that was pretty much it.
I thought so. Huh?
It's a mystery.
I'm going off of these notes that I was trying to jot down.
As fast as possible. Must write.
He was a bit excited and talking fast.
You got most of them, the important bits.
You know, that tank probably belongs to the chosen children. I don't like that.
Yes, that's more than likely the case. And since we have actually
You know, I'm
met
gonna be completely
orcs,
honest. I don't know if we have anything at the moment that can take that out.
you'd probably rewrite. Well, we do have a Fae, but she is
We should steal it.
useless.
I mean, yes, of course, we should
She
steal
is-
it if we have the opportunity to
So
steal a tank.
so Ars, I just say that she's like leaning her head back in the bathtub, spilling beer down her face into the clean water she's trying to bathe in.
Useless, yes.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I wish our wizard could kill things.
yes, I do wish that as well. But regardless, for now we should just rest and deal with the immediate problem, which is the memory doctor and getting Winter dressed and properly bathed. So
Oh,
if those two are
when are we gonna drug Neo?
let's do it in a few hours.
Okay.
But yes, we'll handle that later. If those two are done sobering up, you can just put them in the room, and
Yeah, I was gonna.
I
go
will.
to beds and I was gonna go. I want to go take a look around town.
That's fine. It's probably best for me not to leave anywhere, so I'll just bathe her and make sure she doesn't do anything silly.
Hey, Declan, you want to come?
Or why not? What?
I'm gonna go take a look around town. See if there's anything interesting.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I will advise before you leave, Declan, to make sure you have a sufficient cover. We still are being haunted despite being Veil Riders technically now, so be careful.
All right.
Would my ghillie suit make people question things?
I mean,
Yeah, in town, people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Being a walking shrub.
Mom, why is there a bush walking around saying curses? He's scary.
Bush Wookie.
Bushwookie.
I was gonna say I go into like, I like scramble through. I don't know. I guess like, which one would be closer to Declan, Haza or Nia, in terms of build?
Haza.
I
Yeah,
go into
Hazard
Haza's.
is totally jacked.
I go into Haza's gear and I find like a spare uniform and throw it at Declan. I'm like, just put this on and act like you belong. No one will question you.
Just
Oh,
act
wait,
like you
talking about a
belong.
Veil Rider?
Yeah.
You're talking about. Oh, I have my Veil Rider uniform that I was issued back at Lunder.
Oh, all right. Then
Then
just
use
put
that
on the,
one.
just put on the uniform and act
Yep.
like you belong. No one will
All right.
question it.
I'll put it on.
Dummy.
You'd be surprised at the places I could just walk into like that.
All right, boys, we're gonna go ahead and end it here for this day.
Woo!
The legendary cursing bush. Yeah. Fuck shit.
I'd like to make it known that throughout, like, I guess by the time of the next session, ours would have fought with Winter to both get her clothes off so she can properly bathe and just attempt to not die as she continues to dump
Good
water
night,
on him.
y'all.
Only we're thinking for
At
the
least you
five.
don't have to. Oh, sorry, guys.
So only we're thinking for the 5,000 bits. He's telling you guys good night. So players, say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
5,000
night.
bits, man.
I want
I
to
love
die.
Good night,
Uh-huh.
players.